Well, good day, everybody. Good day, gamers. We're gonna do unboxing, unpackaging, unbagging. Finally, after all this time, we got me an old PC game. Not too old. PC games get pretty old. But this is one I started out on when we finally got a PC in our house. My dad would never let us have a computer in the house, but he had one in his office, and when he passed, that ended up at our house, and I finally got into computers and video games. And some of the first things I started out on were actually like Home Designer. Actually, I played on the Tandy 1000 at friends' houses when I was in like 5th grade. I got to play this. I also got to play at my other friend's house. There's a couple different friends I used to play on the old school IBMs. One was like an adventure text game. It was a text adventure game where you would type in forward or type in take a left. One part I remember, you fell into a hole, and you had to try and figure out how to get out of the hole through typing in text. It was weird, but I loved it. There was also a really old, on a big old square floppy, a program that would talk to you. Even to this day, that kind of blows my mind a little bit. You could swear at it, and it would be like, whoa, that's not necessary. Or it was real basic responses, but I still thought that was amazing. I eventually got a Windows computer, Windows 95, from my dad's office, and I can't remember if this was one of the first games, but it was Road Rash. Got a disc only, so I could have a copy to play. I did get the PS1 version for this, but I know that if I play it on the console, it just won't be the same. Oh boy, this brings back instant nostalgia. This game was freaking awesome. The intro to this had Soundgarden in it, playing Rusty Cage. I think that was the first time I ever heard the song. So this game really just stands out to me as just being freaking awesome. I liked the gameplay too. You'd beat each other with chains and bats and buy bikes and upgrade them. Fear no. No serious damage. There's a couple light specks showing through, real microscopic. That might even just be part of the label. Oh, it's got this dotted kind of, I don't know, questionable. But those are like little microscopic dots. Doesn't look like a scratch or anything. That might actually just be part of the label. You know, the part of the label design. So hopefully that'll work. I only paid like $9 for that. I'd like to get a complete box and everything, the manual and all that stuff. Copyright 1997, Electronic Arts. Probably won't play on this PC. I'm going to try it. But it seems like the last time I think I tried downloading a copy of this game from the internet, and it wouldn't work, even with compatibility mode. But maybe the disc will. I'll pop it in and see. Alright, we got a run option here. No way is this going to work. Oh yeah, I got to install it. This might not work. Yeah, not gonna work. I'll probably have to get a Windows 95 PC, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. I want to play the old game Hover, the built-in, the pre-installed game that came on, at least on our PC back in the day. That was a fun one. There's a bunch of other pre-installed games I'd like to get as well. There's some, I think that would bring back a lot of nostalgia. When I first got on that IBM, or on the PC, the Windows 95 PC, there's a lot of gaming adventures with those small games. Okay, no option to play this on my current PC. But that's alright. I think more than anything, wanted to have the copy for the computer. I have a copy for the PS1, but I just gotta play it the way I used to. I know PC. I have played Road Rash on the PS1. I think through an emulator, and I didn't like it. It was, you know, the graphics were kind of fuzzy. It just wasn't the same quality PC has. It wasn't. If I played it originally on the console, I'd probably want it for the console. I'd probably want to replay it on the console, just for nostalgic reasons. But I'm gonna have to get a new PC for that to work. I couldn't see any compatibility mode options for the disc. Something that is not a video game, but I wanted to get to help with the gaming setup, also with the lighting in here. Able to control the lighting. Lots of padding, gotta love that. I don't really love the extreme tape job though. Like, well, we can work with that. There we go. Okay, it's not too bad. We'll just sacrifice the bubble wrap. I don't need any more bubble wrap. Some people's houses smell so weird. Not in a bad way. Kind of in a nostalgic way. Like, it's like the same smell. It's like the smell a gamer's basement has. You know, if you ever done gaming in a basement, I have. It smells like basement smell. And we have a power center. That way I could turn off my PS1 when it's just sitting there. The power button on the PS1 shuts it down, but it does not disconnect the mains. So while the PS1 is plugged in, even though it's turned off, you could feel it getting warm just from the transformer. You know, being plugged in. So I'd like to be able to, you know, shut down my PS1. And then also, we got some custom lighting in here. There's only one outlet in this whole room, so everything's kind of spider webbing off from that. So I'd like to be able to, you know, there's some lights plugged in that don't have a switch. Like that cool picture light back there that I finally put in. Pretty picture from my storage unit. Needs a switch, so there we go. PC Power Center. This is also kind of something I've wanted for a while, just because it seemed handy. It's like a power strip, but all the plugs have switches on them. I think they actually make those power strips with individual switches for the plugs. But yeah, this will be nice for shutting off the PS1 when I'm not using it. Plus other accessories, and then a couple lights. So that's pretty cool. I think I paid $40 for that. It's a little expensive for shipping, and for some reason all these older ones are like, yeah, kind of expensive. Like I think they're somewhat sought after for PC gamers, like old school retro. I don't know what the friggin' terminology is for that, but people who like to buy old PCs and collect them and collect old PC stuff. Retro PC collectors. This is a Memorex, so that's a pretty well-known brand. It's old. Still got the neon lit switches on it. From the pictures, it looked like most of them worked. And this is the current setup. We got my mic, PC for recording, and then we got my PS1 over here being protected, or keeping the dust of it off of it anyway, by this sentient PS1 packaging. So just keeping the dust off of it. So there's the PS1. I'll put the power power station underneath the PS1 here. And that'll just give me a quick way to deal with that. Bird feathers and all sorts of stuff over here. So, here's the PS1. Got the Elgato back there, game capture. Split off the composite connections. Keep the monitor. This is my retro monitor, which I actually like. This turned out pretty good. I'd like to get the boob tube set back up though. This does not look quite right on the PS1 for some reason. It looks perfect on the N64. I heard some PS1s will do that though, because of cropping. They're just oversized and they just don't line up sometimes. If you have the PC with adjustable knobs, I've recently learned about PVMs, professional video monitor. I think that's what they're called. Like a Sony PVM is like a high-end boob tube. Great for gaming. I need to get me one of those. But yeah, so this is my setup right now. Monitor, a couple cheap PC speakers from Amazon. I think I got those. They're just corded, powered with a power brick and not the USB. It took me a while to find this. I wanted ones that just plugged in like old PC speakers used to. Wall wart on this, and then just a headphone jack for the connection. I think, or is it? Yeah, I got a headphone jack. And that's split off from these splitters, so and they sound pretty good. I like the setup right now. So we'll put the Memorex under there, set up the power center, and it'll be a nice addition to my gaming setup. Alright, there we go. Power center. Get the master. Got monitor. From a monitor and speakers. Computer will be the console. Some of these light up really nice. Printer, no idea for that yet. Auxiliary one will be, I'll put a gaming light up here. That's good for the face cam. Auxiliary 2. That light back there. That's nice. So we'll have a light up front, a light in back. Something there, I don't know. I'm sure I'll find some reason for it, but that is freaking awesome. Now I can keep everything disconnected. Keep it from drawing power when it doesn't need to be. Pretty cool. Awesome. Little gaming center upgrade.